Just do your intro and that.
Okay, calm. I'm just waiting for the thing to load up on this, innit? Okay, cool.
No.
Yes, on now, innit? Yes, on now. It's on now.
Alright.
Yeah, fam. So, what she getting into, G, innit? Because we're just talking right now, innit?
Straight away. I want to get into the COVID.
Yeah. Touch on that.
Straight on COVID heels, yeah.
Yeah.
People from my perspective, obviously, people. I'm frisky, right. And in my personal opinion, people, I believe COVID is a whole farce, a whole nonsense, and I believe it's been a great psychological experiment, social experiment on the people. And there's no evidence against what I'm saying. Everything I'm saying is parental rights. All you got to do, people, is look outside. You got to go to the store. Got to walk the streets, and you'll see the division of people. You'll see the psychological damage all these people have suffered, and the financial damage they've suffered. And you've got to look at the rearranged society as well, people. That's it. That's what I believe. That's what I believe COVID is really about. Not about no virus. Because people are wearing masks. People are getting injections they're standing to you. Everybody else, people are going over the top. What happens to your immune system? Obviously, hygiene was always one. Yeah, wash your hands. Wash your hands and don't cover your mouth and cough and stuff. Where's the immune system gone? Where's people's immune system gone?
For real, fam. Do you know what's funny, G? I ain't gonna lie. Since COVID came, man them became a bit more hygienic. But I'm not gonna lie yet, there's 1-2 man that don't really care about that still. They're just going about their business as normal. Some man go to the toilet, don't even wash their hands and ish. But
you know what? Yeah, that's up to them. That's up to them. Straight up, yeah. What is the injection, the force? It's now it's gone to past the point of coercion. Yeah. When people talk about conspiracy theories now, I'm gonna have to think what I want. I'm gonna conspiracy is a plot, and it blatantly is a plot. The plot from the whole beginning was to get the whole country to inject experimental into their arms. It is experimental because they developed. How long did it take to develop this vaccine? Sorry, was it under a year?
Under a year, but most vaccines take about 5 to 10 years to develop, and obviously
5 to 10 years.
Yeah, but obviously right now, let's be real. We have to keep it 100. Whether you man can disagree with me, and I know this is gonna hurt some people, but it's a trial period right now. Let's be real. We have to keep it 100, even though these are like the first, more or less the first batches that are being given out. They in essence they are trials. They're just like, obviously they're testing it. Let's be real. We have to keep 100, fam.
Let's be honest, everyone has got is a crash test dummy. Those that die were crash test dummies. That's how it is, and people don't like to hear it. But all this is wickedness. The rich are getting richer, bro. Right? The poor are getting poorer. There's more social isolation. There's more reasons for people to think they're elite now. There's more elitism now. Like Jeff Bezos made a record amount of money last year, and small businesses shut down. There wasn't more wealth wasn't created last year. The wealth was just redistributed back to the top 1%, and everyone it was screw the rest of you. That's what it was.
For real. Do you know? Sorry, bro.
You go on.
I was gonna say before COVID, like, and do you know what? Yeah, and now as well, innit? But there was a lot of opportunities to like mash bread, like so many avenues. Obviously, let's be real though. Most notably, the fitness industry, music industry, bro, even restaurateuring, isn't it? It's like, if that's a word.
Anything that was interpersonal, yeah, it's now been destroyed. Everything's virtual. And the thing is now, they're trying to bring certain clauses in. So some people have lost their jobs or on furlough, etc. All those on furlough, they're on time. They all know they're on a ticking timeline. They all know they're on a timeline. It's basically soon you're gone. right?
Do you know the funny thing?
That's a future unemployment. That's a future unemployment list, right? And as we know, with human beings, when human beings have nothing to do, they'll cause trouble, right? There's nothing wrong with it because the government's interfering with people's lives. Boris Johnson, the corrupt politician, corrupt, wicked man. Matt Hancock, a wicked, evil profiteer. We can go on and on.
Do you know what the maddest thing is? You can only believe what you're told, innit? So obviously, if what Matt Hancock says, while going in it, we can only really take his word for it. Unless you're a critical thinker, and then you might have to question the statistics and everything you're being told in it, and obviously start putting 2 and 2 together. Obviously, it's not rocket science, but it will take some time, innit? And I think that's what we all ought to do. Obviously, some people have, and they've come to this decision that what they're saying is right, and then there's others that have come to the decision and said, you know what, yeah, my man's capping. But
100%. And you know what the thing is? This just shows you about their smear tactics. If the opposition, if the people that believe that this COVID is as serious as it is, and this and that, if you really was strong in your belief, you wouldn't have to attack my belief that they're saying it's not true. You wouldn't have to attack my belief. That's showing. Why are you so defensive for? What are you so defensive for? What are you defending? You're defending a lie. Right?
yeah,
Because I want to sit there and argue about common cold exist. I want to sit there and say the flu doesn't exist. But with COVID, show me the proof. Why was the woman not allowed to film in the hospital, right? Why is all the rules so mixed up? Why were people going to restaurants last year at half price and this and that? Why were people wearing a mask to walk to the table and not inside the restaurant, etc.? It's all a bunch of nonsense, people. Like, it's all a bunch of nonsense. In my opinion, it's been like a tiptoe. It's sort of been like you take an inch, you take a mile. It took an inch, and now took a mile. Then they take a kilometer. They'll go on and on. People, you don't understand, right? You don't understand, right, people? There is some serious things that happen from this. I think, look at people, the state's already too powerful. The state can take your children away from you, yeah? The state, not in this country, the state in America can take your life, right? The state can take all the dignity and lock you in a cage like an animal, right? And now the state can tell you when you can't leave your house, who you can mingle with, what you should put in your body, etc. No.
For real, fam. It's like, what's that movie called with Arnold Schwarzenegger? It's like, is that's the one where they want this like sort of like natural order, not a natural order, like this perfect order in it, like you do what I say.
Sarah Connor.
Bro, I don't even know who she is, but it's like that. That's the movie. You know what I'm on about, bro?
Expendables.
No, it's not. It's old. I think it was probably made before we were born. But it's like they're trying to have this perfect order in it, where you do like but basically the point I'm trying to make in it, just do what I say in it, like you know what I mean? Because it's good for you. And anyone that steps out of line, nah, man, you're getting cancelled.
It's basically do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, for real, man. For real.
This is bad because the politicians are elected to represent the people. But in my opinion, every human being has liberty, right? I'm not going to see anti-everyone. There's people that I might look at and say I don't like them, right? Or just like them for whatever reason.
Yeah.
They have liberty. And with this whole COVID, it's nonsense. They took liberty from every human being. Now it's one man can decide if people leave the house. I've never listened to what you say. No one telling me nothing, right? I've been given one chance on God's green earth, right?
Yeah.
I'm living how I please. And I have to ask someone else to ask to. Or not ask them to another man. You were born in your mum like I was. So, boom.
For real, man. For real. You see my thing is, a man that don't want to follow the rules, and then the man that want follow the rules, innit? Do your thing, innit? At the end of the day, stop chastising people, innit? Cause like I ain't gonna lie, see me, I ain't gonna lie, man's against the whole COVID thing anyway, innit? But you see me, I ain't pushing my views in front of people. But people's out here saying, start, what's it called? Start doing all that fear mongering tactics, saying you want to protect your family, Gotta protect the public, all of that fair-mongering ish and that. Bro, the world we live in it, fam, like, I don't want to really hurt feelings, but, how do I say this? I want to be sensitive.
Say what you're gonna say, because you know what, at the end of the day, yeah, it's your right to say what you're gonna say.
But whatever happens at the end of the day, innit? Certain things you can't, like, it's out of our control, innit? Do you know what I mean, innit? Bro, like, winter time, people catch pneumonia, unfortunately, innit?
Mm.
You know, 100%. No one was saying that, that's contagious and that, but since, this COVID could be a new flu strain, innit? You know what I mean? And obviously, bro, it's a flu, innit? These things are strains, innit? But no one's... Yeah, but no one's saying it's a killer, no one's calling it a killer virus. But with this corona thing, fam, I don't know, fam, people, fam, people just won't believe what they're told, innit, at the end of the day. And that's on you, innit? That's your thing, innit? Who am I to say, you're wrong for believing in that? But don't...
That goes back to the whole reality perception thing, fam, because if you really went into it, yeah, how do you know anything you're told is true and how anything you know is not true? And this is just one step on that. I'm breaking that matrix we live in. We live in a matrix, you know what I'm saying, where we're told from young, right? You're born, yeah, when you're older, you're meant to get married, you're meant to have a kid, you're meant to work 5 days a week, you're meant to go holiday to the family, you're meant to. If you're not, they try to isolate you from the community and make you, you know what I'm saying, try to make you, you feel like a false society, fam. And if that's the consequence, that's the consequence, because I was born a free man, mentally, and the mental shackles that society put on everyone is insane. You got conformism to the extreme. Look at fashion, for example. Look at fashion. So I see you, right? Imagine so I see someone in there and that's tattoo. Then I see 5 people. I'm gonna get it because they're wearing it. So people want to fit in. The thing is, with fitting in, yeah, fitting in now has got a big cost now. Fitting in is gonna cost you your life, right? Now fitting in is gonna mean, right? Fitting in is gonna mean, right, yeah, get a jump, I don't know what's happening. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you people, the biggest conformists now, the biggest conformists are people are women. People don't like to hear that, right? Are women. And you look at how women flock together. Any fashion, any woman issue, they all flock together. They're the biggest conformists on folks, and that's not allowed. Yeah, I'm not bashing women because men do that as well. Yeah, but women realistically control the mind of man these days. The average man these days, yeah, is a mouse.
For real, fam, and bro, to add to that, obviously, naturally, women are conformists. Just obviously, yeah, fam. I don't know. I may get cancelled for saying this, but anyway, naturally, the man is the head, woman is the tail. Let's be real.
That's the way they like it as well, fam. That's the truest talk.
For real, man.
Would they like it like that?
For real, man. For real, 100. But obviously nowadays the society we live in, especially with more women rights and that, and more women empowerment, obviously women are starting to take more positions of power, and men, i.e. simps, are willing to follow. Do you know how many women get their way in relationships? Just can't man are out here scared to lose a chick.
We see it firsthand. I see it firsthand with people on folks, man. Flipping the amount of guys that talk this tough talk, and then they've got a woman there that's not the highest standard, because women treat men like this shit, where a man has to be the highest echelon, yeah, but women can be nasty, right? And truth be told, yeah, men out there need to get this to their head. Who cares who leaves you, who doesn't leave you? Friends come and go, jobs come and go, opportunities come and go. So why are you gonna cling to every woman you can, like a parasite? Just let it go, man. Let it go, because if someone's not got a good heart for you, it is what it is. How can someone look at you? How can someone look at you and say they're above you and they want to be with you? A relationship meant to be a union. No union should have a power imbalance. And that's the truth, because people, we are not sitting here saying women are below men. Not even. But people need to play their positions. That's what it is.
Real talk, bro. Real talk.
That's exactly what it is. because it gets silly. It's getting silly now where both people want to do this and that. People should play their positions right, and people should really use their own mind, not society's, not the hive mindset that everyone's got now, where I can't say the color brown because it's racist. And then that means everyone can say it.
Do you know what, yeah, bro? Bro, to add on to that, bro, I ain't even gonna lie. Yeah, sometimes, bro, like just this is mainly at work, really. Obviously, when you're with your friends in it or family, it might be a bit different. But bro, anywhere outside of those settings, when I'm at work, I'm in a restaurant, fam. Even me as a black man, bro, I'll be careful what I say. I ain't trying to use where you see the white guy or you see the black guy or even the Asian guy.
That's only fair though, because you know what, yeah. If you're going out your way to be called malicious abuse, yeah, fair enough. But sometimes when you're just speaking loose, it's different. And I think people are too sensitive about everything. They want to be sensitive about everything. Like women last week were talking about the whole reclaim the streets thing. Yeah, I ain't raped nobody. Bagman ain't raped nobody. Yeah, like you said, everyone's lied about rape, etc., Yeah. And they do this whole generalization thing. Look at everyone can't come out of the house past 6 o'clock. Are you crazy? Are you insane, woman? And this is the problem with these overly emotional people. With the narrative. That's why I stay off Twitter. I stay off all of things because Twitter is full of goofy people that talk rubbish and think they're word is law. If I don't follow the consensus opinion, you're a freak. I don't care about being a freak. I want to be a freak. I want to be different. I want to be my own person. Realistically, by natural law, every human being is a freak because every human being is unique. You cannot have anything in life cannot be exactly the same. Even two tables can't be the same because one of the atoms might be 0.001 inch away from the other one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
People like don't follow these folks, man. These folks are dangerous people, man. These people telling you follow me. No, follow your own heart.
For real. Let me just add to that, yeah. I know there's guys out there that aren't necessarily like they haven't really found who they are as a person, innit? They don't know the truth of their life, innit? So obviously they look to those externally for hope, innit? And that sort of like I wouldn't say idolize them, but like they take inspiration from another man and they see what works for another man, and obviously that makes them feel good about themselves, innit? They say, you know what, yeah, because he's done it, I can do it as well, innit? Because fam, do you know what the funny thing is, yeah, like internally, like a lot of men don't know who they are, like, which is sad, innit? And a lot of men are lost.
This is one thing I say to you. How do you know who you are? Fam? You know your name, this and that, fam. But I mean this with anything. I don't know who I am truthfully, fam. I know who I am to myself. Who I am to you. Who I am to someone else. It's a completely different story.
Yeah.
Like, fam, you can't read what's in a man's heart. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So.
But what?
You know what? I get what you're getting at, though.
Yeah, not for real. Because what I mean is that I'm not gonna lie. There was a time, especially before this pandemic, I thought maybe like I had more of a shallow mindset that maybe you might need some nice things to somewhat be a somebody in it. But then I realized that, hold up, wait, why do I need to impress this world? Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's just me, myself, and obviously I'm not gonna act like I have it all clued up because I don't. I'm still finding myself at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? But like it feels like when you on a journey to finding yourself, you feel life feels more or less like a journey rather than like, like a race. Like you need to do this and that and this and that.
Real, but people don't get interested in people. Yeah, there's not one human being on the planet you got hate for. You know what I'm saying? Or people get it twisted that you're looking down on others. No, man, you really want to help people. That's what it is. You really want to help them and you want to free them. But sometimes people have to have tough love, and that's how it's got to be, man. Truthfully.
For real, fam. Do you know what? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, man's faced. So when I say adversity, I I'll be honest. Like when I was growing up, I didn't get along with everyone in it. So I can sometimes sympathize for the ones that are outcast. You know what I mean? I know what it's like to be like that. You know what I mean? So I try not to look down on anyone, but then there becomes a time where you have to be honest. When you need to pattern up, you have to be honest with yourself. When ish, I need to fix up.
Yeah, that's straight fact. That's straight facts, man. And, you know, you ain't lying about that. And you know what? Yeah, people. I want everyone to have their fair shake of life. Yeah.
For real.
So I want to encourage all of you people. Yeah. There is no one size fits all for success. You know what I'm saying, people?
100.
People, you know what? Yeah, people. I want you all to remember one thing. Yeah. If no one loves you, I love you. Because I want you all to be happy no matter what you are. Yeah. People, whatever you are. Yeah. People, I'm not gonna lie to people. I used to have opinions about like lesbian, trans, people. That's what you do. If you that's what you want to do, that's what you do. That's up to you.
100.
Where I had a problem with people was where there's it forcing their wrath on other people. That's why I had a problem.
For real.
Your life, do what you gotta do. And I don't hate you. I watch you from a distance, and you do your thing, and I do my thing, and that's how it goes until we pass away, and somebody else has their turn up.
For real, man.
So that's why it is, people. But yeah, the reason why I'm actually angry at the COVID people is because the loss of liberties. People aren't really living life anymore as that. Because living life is hard to capture what I mean by that. But living life, you know what I mean when I said to you people. You know what I mean. It's individual to all of you. A lot of you aren't doing that. A lot of you are social people. You're social. A lot of you like traveling. Do that. Do whatever you can do, and don't let nothing limit you. You know what I mean? Because
for real, fam.
Life is short, but your youth is shorter.
For real, and to add to that, like my man said, don't limit yourself. And if there's anyone out you that's always saying you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, and obviously, I just gotta be real. Sometimes you gotta kind of look at those people and drop them, car. Them man, they might try limit you, saying that thing's not good for you. Like for me, low key, that's a hater.
For real, man. For real, people, it is what it is. People, when you get angry with people and say they're haters and people, remember who allowed them. Remember who allowed them to halt your progress. Because realistically, they can't actually stop you doing what you're gonna do. They can just shun you or whatever. But what's their shunning? What's their shunning to you really mean?
For real, man.
If you really stood on business. People, I think everyone wants to be accepted, by family, friends, this and that. But people, sometimes being an outlaw, it's just the way you gotta be. But a lot of people don't want to hear what I say about COVID. They want to hear. We've got proof as well. The biggest thing is we've got proof of what we're saying. It's not no magic top nonsense. We've got proof of what we're saying. We had foresight. We see it coming, and everything is matching up. We said our health passports. They're coming in. Come on, people. Come on. What sort of world is there where a virus has killed less than the whole population has killed less than 0.001% or something? It's killed tiny amount of people. Also, everyone has to get a solution jammed into their arm. They don't know what it is. Number one, yeah. To fly to places, they've got to wear a plastic cloth over their mouth and they can't breathe in. People with autism, some people with respiratory diseases can't travel the earth because of that. Who are you to tell me that I can't go step in Jerusalem right now? When I was born on this earth, I've got a right to go to Jerusalem. I want to see Jerusalem. Who are you to tell me I can't go? Who are you to tell me I can't go to Rio de Janeiro or Miami? Who are you to tell me? Who are you to tell me anything? And this is the biggest problem. People are overstepping their boundaries. And that's what happened to the police. And that's what's going to keep happening. People don't understand, yeah? People don't understand that oppression leads to violence, and it's going to keep happening.
Real rap, man. Real rascal rap.
That's facts.
Facts on facts, man. You guys, more or less, fam, you man just need to stand up for what you believe in. God, fam, there's no point of sitting around there and feeling oppressed.
shut up people and do something for yourself. Like people, even me, yeah. I've got my YouTube channel starting now, fitness. Subscribe, Presley Fitness.
Do that up right now.
People do something you like. Enjoy doing that, yeah. And people don't get immediate gratification. I don't care. I don't care if I start off with 15 subs. I don't hit 30 subs to a year. I don't care. I don't care because I put my heart into it. As long as I don't put my heart into it, I tried. I would. If I didn't try, that's when I would feel affected because I would have known that that's why it's not where it was. But what is? The fact is, I know I can make it. I know you can make it as well, people. I know you can make it. And making it life, yeah, is not to drive a Range Rover, this that. This is the superficial, materialistic stuff that's stopping you people from being your true self. Because a lot of you are saying, a lot of you got a big car on finance, right? And you're saying, I can't lose my job. I can't say this and that. I lose my job. Is that people look at material items you bound in shackles to impress. And people listen to me honest, to impress a girl, right? Impress a chick. Probably set with guys with nothing, right? Purely because of their reputation. So people, do whatever you want for yourself. Stop. This is a big point. Stop trying to impress women, yeah? Because women don't try to impress shit to do that now.
Trust fam, and you know, yeah, bro. You know what, yeah. You see another thing with a woman, yeah. You might need to remember, yeah. These chicks ain't ish, fam. Bro, she's freeing up for one guy, and she wants you to do the most. There's one guy that's putting in zero effort, no work whatsoever, and she's dropping it, popping it, doing the most just to get his attention. And here's you, Mr. Beta Box, doing the most. Like, bro, it's just not worth it, man. Like, just gotta do what you gotta do out here, man. Cause fam, some of these chicks, yeah, honestly, they're real energy drainers. You know, some might say the succubus.
The real jumping through hoops, yeah. Shot a little Katie down the street, yeah, who's already slept with 500 man. And people, I don't care what people want to say about my opinion about this little newest man. In my opinion, yeah, any woman that's a newest man is a scandalous individual. If people, guys be dying, you know, I'm honest, people be dying every day as a result of messing with the wrong chick. They get set up, etc., etc. So when women want to talk about, yeah, reclaim the streets, how about this? How about we reclaim our right to feel? How about we reclaim our right to be ourselves? Because men are not men themselves, you know, to impress these these women want to conquer the world, take over everybody. Fuck that shit. I'm a parent shit, people. And people, I've had enough, yeah, people wanting it all and trying to take what's mine as well, yeah. Not one of you women in the world can tell me shit, right? If you want to get with me straight. But I'm not changing for no one.
For real, fam. For real. Do you know what, yeah, man? And another thing, yeah, fam. Anyone that's trying to water man down, anyone that's trying to play down man's thing, anyone that's trying to say you gotta do this and gotta do that, man. Fam, you man there, do your thing. Straight up, car. I don't want to say we don't care for what you have to say, but you know, some of them man, some man have the most to say, but ain't got nothing going on for themselves, fam. Them man, they need to mind their own business.
People, I don't look at them for his financial status or his
material. Yeah, no, not that.
I look at him for saying, you know, he's got if he's got depression, all these things, yeah, and he's coming and trying to tell me this and that, and he's depressed about his life, yeah, you can't tell me that, mate. Because you can't find out for your own happiness. And that sounds cold, people. Sounds cold. But are you gonna take dietary advice from a guy that's 35 stone?
No, yeah, no, real rap, bro. Even, you know, even in the Bible, what's it called? In the gospel, I forgot, you know, but basically Jesus said, like, obviously, I can't remember what it was, but it was exactly on this line. How you gonna basically look at another man like a little, basically speck in a man's eye when you got a large piece of wood in yours, innit? Obviously, that's not what it is.
I think it goes along to the same phrase of that thou art sin for the first son.
Yeah, like, yeah, mate. Talk about the pot calling the kettle black, yeah, mate.
So we're not sitting here saying that we have not done wrong.
Of
Yeah, because I've done major wrong. My decisions, I've done silly things, I've done all sorts.
Do you know what? Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna put my hands up and say I'm a work in progress. I ain't gonna cap. I'm a work in progress. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm gonna keep 100.
And there's nothing wrong with that, people, because this life journey, and you know what, people, yeah, it is what it is. I think one people, a lot of people need to remember, yeah, is to smile, you know. Even I forget it, people, I forget to smile, and I forget to document my life. Always take pictures and videos and record your life, yeah, because you look back and you will smile one day, and it will fly so fast.
For real,
man. You might be 19 right now, and you're blinking, you're 30 next week, and you're like, what happened?
For real, man. That's for real, man. Like, obviously, it's not
fast, man.
For real. Obviously, it's not like, obviously, we don't really look back in the past too much, but we treasure those moments, car. Like, when they're gone, like, you actually don't deepen, like, oh, ish, like, I really had a good time, like, just thinking back to it, like, damn, like, there's some times that I had when I was younger, just some experiences. I was thinking, damn, man, life was good. Not saying life is bad now, but just the simple,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no going back, you know what I mean? Like, there's no going back, people. Enjoy your memories, yeah. And people always say this, yeah. Don't push as much as people. Don't feel bad if you live with your mum at a certain age, whatever. People, because you got to remember, people, your parents want you around, and people eventually get to a certain age, yeah, and your parents might not be around anymore, people. So don't worry about it, man. Don't sweat. Live your life how you want to live your life, and it works out for you. It works out for you. Don't let other people tell you how to be, and this is what a man is. It's like, people, a man is someone who's got a dick and two balls. That's what I think. Yeah, there is no real man. When someone says a real man is just you. That's what a real woman is. A real woman is not a woman that's just like that. You know, that's description. Right? It's a woman with two breasts and a pussy. That sounds graphic, but it's how I think about things. No one's got a right to tell you what you are, who you are.
For real, fam.
And that's what we're gonna push: freedom of expression, freedom of opinion, and real freedom of personality. Because let's be honest, a lot of people are trying to police what you say, what you do, how you look, how you walk. Even when the woman Sarah Everard got killed, I was seeing people post stuff like, when you walk past them, make sure you walk gaze not to scare them. I'm thinking, what do you mean? Why? I understand they're scared of certain individuals, yeah. To be honest, yeah, that's not my fault. Like, there's people out there that shoot people in the face, all sorts, yeah. And I'm meant to carry the option, and I'm not change the way I move because they're doing that.
Do you know what? Yeah. Obviously, what the Sarah situation, that's a sad situation. Obviously, I can get why women obviously think that type of way. Car, obviously, women are a bit more.
Yeah, women think that, bro. Here's the thing, yeah. Here's the thing, women think that, yeah, right? But how come some of these women are so quick to date abusive men, and men that actually beating up girls, yeah? But then when it's scared of the random man on the street, when it's known that stranger danger is an over accounted for phenomenon. It's known that most people get killed with people they know. As is the case with most rape and pedophilia, so people don't know. So don't fear me. Fear the person in your family, your household, because they're really gonna get on your heels. I'm not gonna get on your heels. I know that obviously you can't read minds, yeah. But there's evil people everywhere. There's scandalous women, there's scandalous men. And I want to stop this whole vindication of men and women, this and that. Look at people, we're not slating women, not slating women. Yeah, slating the things not like women. Say what you can say, the things you don't like men. We've got a right to say it. You've got a right to say what you want to say. And then you've got a right to tell us what we can and can't say. God give it a right. And God give it a right, you're not taking anything from us. Because if you take whatever you want for us, we'll take something from you that's more valuable.
It's nuts. Do you know what? Yeah, I just feel like, more time. We just need to be more mindful of our of our surroundings, and obviously or how we conduct ourselves around others. Obviously, I ain't gonna lie, yeah, I ain't trying to cause fear to others, but sometimes it's inevitable, innit? I remember one time I was walking on the strip, innit? I was walking on the street, innit? I was somewhere like just around near central-ish, around north sides, and I remember one time I was just coming from somewhere, and out of the blue, that obviously there's this one there was this one lady, she was with a guy in it, bro, just jumped out, screamed. Obviously, I don't know why, but she was scared for whatever reason. I don't know why. She saw me and she screamed. Obviously, I'm not gonna lie yet.
But did you not have a right to be there, fam? You had a right to be there, bro.
Yeah, I did, bro. But obviously, she realized she was being a bit silly, innit? Like, she knew she was being silly. She knew she was being silly.
What happened? Did she say sorry or something? Apologize?
Bro, you know, I kept it stepping in it, but obviously, when nothing happened, you can see that, like, you could see the relief on her face, innit? And obviously, she was with another bro as well. Obviously, she might have not felt safe in my man's arms, not trying to disrespect my youth like that. But fam,
you know what? Yeah, that speaks more about her character than yours, because you got a right to be what you're going to do. How can she? Basically, what she's trying to do is basically police that you shouldn't be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
that's just out of order.
But you know what it is, yeah? Obviously, she didn't do nothing against me or say, I'm going to call police or this or that. Obviously, it was her fault. But bro, what I took from that situation, bro, that's how most women are feeling on the street, from, like, fair in it, because of just what they've been told. And you know, I don't mean to sound sexist, but we've got to keep it 100. Like, obviously, emotionally, women are more fragile than men, innit? So things might just scare them a bit more, innit? So I was like, Like, bro, even now, yeah, when I'm on the street, obviously, I'm a big black guy, but, like, when you speak to me, you might say, oh, okay, he's calm. But obviously, they don't know me from anywhere, innit? So obviously, I'm not trying to. More time now, when I'm on the street, fam, I just keep my head straight and, like, boom, go about my business. But I'm not gonna lie, there will be some times I might be walking in the same direction as a woman. I might go to the other side of the street. Yeah, I was thinking, nah, yeah, fam, after I ain't doing the most, let me just keep going about my business, fam.
That, fam. What I mean by all that, fam, is just. Don't you think that's a bit? Don't you think that the way that you're having to toe step and this and that is a bit ridiculous, fam?
Yeah.
Like, fam, think about it, yeah, realistically, fam, yeah. These people are pressing you, yeah. A lot of women out there, fam, are linking scandalous men, are dating scandalous men, are talking constantly about how drug dealer boyfriend, this and that, yeah, this and that, or you know, a shiesty character of a man, but they won't be scared of you. When they're dating people that are shiesty, known to be treacherous, and people that are killers and kill people and stab people, and they want to look at you like you're a demon.
Do you know what? Yeah. I can't even lie. Yeah. A lot of it's deeper than obviously mentally, innit? Obviously, we're going to touch on the spiritual side of things as well. But you know, a lot of these people are spiritually messed up, innit? You know, a lot of demons and a lot of bad energy around them. Obviously, like, in this world, you know, the energy that you give is the energy that you receive back, innit? That, like, so obviously, if you're gonna think a certain type of way, more time, like, if you think positive, for the most part, obviously there's things that happen that's sometimes out of control. But for the most part, if you don't think evil and you don't attract evil, then evil's not gonna come your way.
Straight, man. Straight.
Like, so, like, you know, these girls that we want to date drug dealers. And look, yeah, this ain't no disrespect to drug dealers, because sometimes man have to do what man have to do. But for the most part, you're in that sort of environment. There's a lot of bad energy. You can't just expect it to be all sunshine and rainbows. So that's what a lot of these women need to remember. Their surroundings, the energy that you attract. And obviously, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of these girls are on demon time. They love just pure toxicity. Love just pure evilness. Literally.
And people, let's be honest, we're not talking rubbish. You know, this is straight facts. You know, this is straight fact, people. You can't even go against it. This is straight fact. There's no arguing. This is all truth. It's all truth. You see it in the media. You see it everywhere. You see it on average girls' Instagram. You see it for a selection of men, this and that. But don't talk about that no decent individual, decent men out there. Yeah, there is decent men. Yeah, but a lot of these men out there say, you know what? Yeah, I'm not putting up with this. I'm putting out this, yeah, I'm gonna do my own thing, build myself up, yeah. And that's why a lot of guys have turned almost. That's why a lot of guys have become this red pill community. They become so. Do you know? I'm not anti-women, but a lot of guys have sort of become sort of all like, no, I'm not dealing with women. Do you know what people? That's exactly what's happened.
Do you know what? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, you see, with all this red pill business and that, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, for the most part, cause I never really associated myself with. Actually, no, that'd be a lie. Cause I ain't gonna lie. More time, you know, man, don't be on the same things, fam. But fam, do you know what? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. After a year, I can really say, bro, a lot of these girls are the same. A lot of these girls are the same, even the good ones. A lot of them are the same. Obviously,
it's hard because you couldn't believe it at first.
For real, bro. And obviously, even me, I'll be like, there's one, two good girl out there. But fam, I ain't gonna lie. To get a good girl, you have to be a good man. And when I say a good man, you honestly, good girls don't come just any man's way. You know what I mean? You have to be like,
facts, man.
You have to earn that. Like when I say earn, I ain't talking like some women are the prize in the situation. But to have good people around you, you sort of have to be a good person. Do you know what I mean?
For real, fam. You know, everything you're saying is facts on everything, fam. And people, it's hard to be a good person because you're surrounded by everything and negativity is rewarded, fam. I mean, I'll give you an example, fam. Like the US rappers, you know, you got the King Vons and stuff that kill people, and they're popular because you know they what they talk about is what they're really on. That's negativity. That's real negativity and demonness, but it's rewarded millions of pounds.
That's their life, man. They you see them, man. They live that ish. That's why they talk about it. Now, obviously, there's youths on road that don't have to be on that, but they want to be on that. They want that. You know what? Yeah, I ain't dissing King Von in it. Rest in peace, in it. But bro, a lot of the guys out there, they think to be a top boy, you gotta be mashing work. You gotta be on, bro. Do you know how many drill rappers there are? Not even just in London, just from even, you know, I don't really want to call out areas, but we know where I'm going in it, from literally London to Midlands.
UK wide, yeah. Let's be honest. The statistics don't match. Statistics don't match the talk. You know, if you're all catching bodies, you know, a bit more, and you know, God bless, there isn't many bodies caught.
For real, but do you know what? Yeah, I ain't trying to diss man out here, fam. Even there are man them that are on things, but a lot of these guys, because they're bad in a batch, they can rap about a next man's work. Or even when they see their boy mashing work, their boy might tell them to jump in and obviously treat man like a little div in it, and obviously maybe just, you know, give them.
You see what? Yeah, fam. Any of that can't be saluted from you because it's all demonish. But I know I can see where it comes from. It comes from a sort of perspective of, you know what? If I don't get him, he'll get me first. But then you've got out and out bullies, and out and out bullies can't be justified.
For real, man.
Can't be justified.
Do you know what? Yeah, I can't lie. Bullies are one of the worst people. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna act like I'm perfect and I haven't thrown digs at man but like being a bully is not nice.
Out and out bullying, you know what I mean? Out and out bullies, and we look for opportunities to cause trouble and just shiesty people.
For real, man. And do you know what? Yeah, them man there, they're not right inside, fam. They got a lot of soul searching to do.
Well, soul searching. You should never bully people, and you should never victimize people for no reason. If they start with you, fair enough, but man, people. Have you ever noticed it? Those that are aggressive and angry and these supposedly top boys. Have you ever noticed how quickly they age people? Have you noticed the hate and the negativity withers away? They always say it wasn't worth it. Yeah, people had the materials, they had the chains, this and that. But people spent years inside jail with people believe it or not, jail's full of a lot of assholes. A lot of people in jail are assholes. There is a lot of people in jail are assholes people. So when you spend 20 years of your life, yeah, with people that are just horrible scumbagy people, yeah. Obviously, not everyone jails scumbag, but there's gonna be a lot of scumbags in it. It's just the way places built.
For real, do you know what? Yeah, that
Is that worth it? Obviously, there's situations where you've got to feed yourself, and that's different. But if it's avoidable, people do it. I know the government that put you in a situation, and etc. etc. People believe it. Even where I live, yeah, they built a super prison, but there's no need. The prison numbers aren't going up. I looked at the numbers. The incarceration rate's not going up. So what is their plan? And it goes back to this whole COVID stuff, yeah, and these new laws part they're trying to bring in. And to me, the only thing I believe in is natural law. I don't believe in man-made law because man-made law is ridiculous. So you're telling me I can't ride a bicycle on the pavement, yeah? But then when I ride a bicycle on the road and get knocked to the road, it's my fault. No. There's so many things to get at. The UK's still got a queen. How do you have royalty this age? Shouldn't everyone be treated the same? That just shows you that not everyone has a fair shake in life, yeah? Okay, have a queen and king and stuff in this era. Not everyone's got a fair shake in life, people. So I understand the circumstances and make these decisions.
Do you know what? Yeah.
Do
you know what? Do you know what the maddest thing is? Yeah. Obviously, obviously the situation the country that we live in now, the world that we live in now, bro. A lot of these things are obsolete, innit? But sometimes it's just that it's that what's it called, that prestigeness, innit? You know what I mean, innit? People always want to seem like they got a bit of class to them, and obviously, bro, obviously I know the Queen was an example, innit? But it's just like, let's be real, fam. Like, if we look at all the the kingdoms, innit? The kingdoms in the world, let's be real, fam. England trumps all of them. I may be wrong, innit? Sorry, the United Kingdom, shall I say? The Britain, but do you know what? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, more time. What have the royal family really done for man? Innit? Do you know what I mean? Innit?
Exactly. Do you see the problem? How can a royal family in the 21st century? Everyone's meant to be born equal. Every man and woman is born equal. How can someone just elevate to a status because they are born with a car their mother? It's outrageous, bro. It's absolutely outrageous, yeah. And the hero worship. The fact that British people hero worship them concerns me. It really concerns me, right?
But do you know what? Yeah, fam. Yeah. I hear what you're saying, bro. But fam, just let them man do their thing still, innit? I get what you're saying, though, bro.
Extreme level of delusion I've seen in years.
It's nuts, fam. It's nuts. It's actually nuts, fam. But
it's really fun because think about it. There's young men that are going out there fighting wars, yeah. But and there's people that are poor, nothing to them, and this queen has £20 billion worth of gold in the vaults. That's not touched. Can you imagine? Where's the distribution of wealth? There's so many things that we could sit there and just pick at. But realistically, a lot of the social problems would disappear with a more even distribution of wealth. Obviously, truthfully, we've seen socialism. Socialism didn't work. The reason it didn't work because you always had too much bureaucracy, and the bureaucrats would try to take the money. It would be fair.
Yeah.
If you really had a fair system, why not? But we need to come up with a fair system. We need to rethink the way we think, the way we live, and the way we eat. Because realistically, people also say no. I don't think people need to work in life. People say, why not? There's going to come a point people are working is obsolete. I'm saying now, people, you're going to wonder how, because your whole mind, everything's built on to work, living your life. People, trust me, there's more to life than working.
100. More to life than working. 100.
I'm not saying not to work hard, but there's more to life than working for a corporation. And this is what they want. This is what the government are trying to make you do. They want to have big, huge corporations where you only work for us. If you don't do what we say, you're fired, and you have to live. You have to live enough. It's nothing. You know. That's what we're against, people. That's why I'm telling you, support your local corner stores. You know, support your small businesses. Support the Caribbean takeaways that might be your food or something. Support. Don't go on Nando's and spend £10 and pick a 2 bread chicken like I used to do. How ridiculous it was.
Do you know what? Yeah, fam. You see, a lot of food. Yeah, like I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I've started to know. I've started to notice it's a lot better when you do things yourself. Or like I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, like my man was saying, supporting the local businesses or the small shops, the Caribbean shops. I can't lie. I feel good doing them things, innit? I'm not gonna lie. I don't. When you give your money to these big organizations like McDonald's, KFC, from you name it. Obviously, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I'm not gonna act like I don't go there because I still do. But it feels like a waste. But when I spend a bit of bread at maybe the Nigerian shop or the Jamaican shop, like or eat, bro. Even recently, I've been going to a lot of Colombian bakeries and well, not a lot, but quite a few. Bro, I feel alright spending my money there because I know my money's going to them people there, people like us.
You often get a better deal, people as well. You get a better deal, number one, yeah. And number two, you're stopping the monopoly because there is a monopoly, people. Let's be honest, there's a monopoly going on. And people, the reason I boycott it is the whole wearing a mask and stuff, etc., etc. Now people are only wearing a mask in the store and they're going to rob the place. Whole reason that's the whole reason I started supporting corner stores because the corner stores was always alright. They were trying to make a living like I was. They were trying to do they're doing their thing there, and that was fair enough. That was fair enough. I'm not going to Tesco's, Asda, etc. What are they going to do? They're just helping the government push their narrative through.
Bro, everyone's just trying to eat out here, fam, and obviously, them man are just taking business away. Do you know what I mean? They're making life difficult, and I don't care what anyone says, fam. I don't care what anyone says. The government is making life more difficult.
The government's trying their absolute most to make it so that we must comply. We're not complying, yeah. People, it sounds ridiculous, but there might be a civil war eventually, and there will be bodies dropping, and it is what it is, people. And it sounds extreme. It sounds extreme, but it's not the question, people, because people, this is liberty taking, yeah. This is literal liberty taking, like taking my liberties, yeah. And so, if someone thinks they have a right to take your liberties, then you have your right. You have your right to you must with them. No one's fair bullying. The government's being tyrannical. People say, "Oh yeah, but you don't live in this country." Who cares? Whatever I live in, wherever I live, I want to be good. Oh, people, I tell you one thing, I will never go to China, but that place just seems like a.
Do you know what? Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, fam. I ain't gonna lie, yeah. China is a mad place. The order that they have there is nuts, fam. Everybody's basically on more or less one accord. It's none of that fickle behaviour that we have in the UK, where one minute you think this, then the next minute you think that. Obviously, China's a bit of a mad place, though. I ain't gonna cap.
No, I'm saying you better do what they say. You ain't eating today. That's what they're going.
Trust fam. Imagine if England was like that. It'd be nuts.
For real.
I don't think we'll get to that level, though.
We don't want to see that ever happen.
But you know what? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I've noticed with England, like the way they kind of treated us on this during this lockdown, the sort of like the chant, like obviously they're treating us like children and rewarding us for our good behavior. They're like, okay, you guys have been cooperative for the last 3 months or so. So for a period of time, we're gonna give you your gyms back. You can go on your holidays. You can go to your little clubbing and that. Do you know what I mean, innit? Thank you for doing what we say, innit? Just like that's just basically your price for being obedient. You know what I mean?
100%, and it's like how the treats a dog. Even with the whole clubbing things, that people, I'm telling you now, yeah, who can if you a thousand you link out a party, who can stop you? Who can stop you? No one can stop you doing anything you want, but you have to not be scared of the repercussions. And people have accepted the repercussions actually they happen. It is what it is. But the fact is, yeah, when I was a kid, I dreamed a certain lifestyle for myself, and I'm not taking a current lifestyle taken from me. I'm a be the man or the person I want to be in my life, and nothing's gonna stop me.
100, fam. You just gotta do what's you just gotta do you. Like literally, you have to live your truth. What's right for you. Cause I ain't gonna lie, yeah. When I was growing up, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't. you know, I think we're all like this. You know, we want to do what's right in it and make our parents happy, and obviously what our parents tells us is correct, and then when we go to school, what the teachers tell us is right. And then obviously what our friends are on and what we see the man them doing, we think that's right. And sometimes, you know, when you're by yourself and then start to do a bit more research and then start to find like-minded people in it, or people that can, you know, they'll say something and resonate with you within you. You know, sometimes you start to say, you know what, yeah, man, I want to do this and I don't want to do what I don't want to be what them man are on. Because you know, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, there are man them yeah that can't low key try to get onto me because I didn't go back to uni in it. But for me, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I had to. For me, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. You can call me a lazy man. I feel good, you know. I feel not like
you just did what you did, and you know whatever happens because of it, that's falls on you. But that is what it is. You took that chance. You know what I mean?
real, and you know,
People, I made loads of mistakes. Same as I made loads of mistakes. People, yeah. Every man has a right to his mistakes, man. Every man has a right to mistakes.
and you know, yeah. I ain't gonna lie, yeah. And look, I don't really like airing my business out on YouTube too tough. But when I tell you, when I try to speak about friendship, girls, money, I'm coming from a genuine place, and it's not like I'm out here making stuff up. Cause man's experienced things in it, and I can say, you know what, yeah, just from my experience, and even from other man's experience, this is not the way forward in it. Like you know, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know if this life's gonna stay up in the car. I might have to put on private still, so I'm gonna say it anyway. And niggas, man, I'll be honest, man. I tricked before, man. I done tricking, you know. I done tricking in it.
You can't make it private, fam, because this is you keeping it honest, fam. Like, what's that going to show to the people if you private this stuff?
No, do you know what? Yeah, I can't lie. Some of the topics we've touched on this have been a mad thing in it. So, low key, I don't want this channel to get locked off with it. I've had it since 2011.
You don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. Worry about if it comes. If it don't come, just don't worry about that.
Yeah, but yeah, like I can't lie, man's tricked before, innit? If you know what tricking is, fam, you know. And obviously,
You tell the people what tricking is, though, just so that they know to don't know.
obviously, you know, just basically, you know, you pay to get laid, innit?
Yeah, it's just pay to play people.
Yeah, pay to play, fam. If you know, innit? And fam, the only fans, man's done that, innit? But fam, after, you know, just taking time off, things happen, innit? And and all of that, fam, you know, you kind of start to realize, and like you have a real realization, not one of those, not one. Like, it's not that something that man start to make up and start feeling like start saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna trick anymore." It's something that you have to realize the error of your ways, innit? And I realized that I was being led by desire. Obviously, I can say I was overvaluing women, but that's one thing. I was being led by desire. I was doing anything it took, and obviously, when you have a bit of peas at the time, innit? I'm not gonna lie, yeah, money can bring out the worst in some people, and obviously, when you have a bit of peas in it, you're gonna do what you want in it. You're gonna do what you want in it. So, yeah, I done that in it, and obviously after even dealing with some of these scallywags, not paid for. Let me just add to that. Can't hear me? Your act. Oh, yo G. Oh shit. Yo Kai. Hold on. Yo Kai. Yo Kai. Yo, you can hear me?
Yeah, man.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, like I was saying, bro. Obviously, just after doing these things for a while and dealing with scallywags and then fake friends, and not when I say fake friends, friends that are there for the moment and always just being a follower, and bro, you start to realize, man, bro, start to realize, nah, man, that ain't the way forward, innit? Like you feel empty inside.
100%.
So yeah, man, I just
need to play. The reason is silly.
I'm gonna get my charger.
Truthfully, yeah.
Gonna quickly get my charger.
Alright.
Yo, G.
So,
Yeah, I got my charger in there. But yeah, fam, like, obviously, just being there, doing that, and then realize you're kind of wasting your life away. When I say wasting my life away, wasting time. There's more to life than these things, fam. And obviously, I had a bigger picture. I believe I had a bigger picture for my life, and I didn't really want to be wasting my time doing that. So man's just here in a good place right now, or in a better place, shall I say?
For real. For real, fam. Ain't that the truth that a lot of us have different ideas for our life, yeah. People know no matter what happens, yeah, just enjoy the journey, because facts is, yeah, your mum didn't have to have you. You're lucky she gave you the opportunity to be born. Make the most of that, man. Your story, however it ends, however it starts, your story.
100, man.
Because think about all the people that lived on this earth during the existence of this planet. Think about that, man. It's gonna be crazy. It's crazy. All of them have lived and died, yeah. And at one point, they felt that they was invincible, like everyone does.
Trust, man. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie, like feeling invincible, and then obviously being like having situations that will humble you is it's a good feeling, man. I ain't gonna lie, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. Obviously, like at the time when you're humbled, you're thinking, oh, why does this have to happen to me? But sometimes you come back to reality. But then I ain't gonna lie, yeah, when you have woke experiences, mentally you feel untouchable. Like when I mean mentally untouchable, like I mean like feel strong in it. It's hard to explain. I don't mean like I can go in there. I don't mean I can go into any place and have my way just like that. But I mean like just being standing on principles.
100%, man. The whole point of this life here, besides talking about COVID, yeah, it's always been about self improvement. But self improvement is very personal. It's what you feel you have to do to do better next time. That's what it really is
Trust
about.
fam. Trust fam. You know what? Yeah.
Very personal.
Trust. Like sometimes, yeah, I'll be like, it's gonna sound kind of crazy, but sometimes even I have to admit to myself, like I admit to myself, like I think it was like last week. I was like, oh yeah, do you know what? Yeah, I've improved like mentally, intellectually, physically. But do you know what? Yeah, sometimes I like a lot of the time I could improve spiritually, but I'm not gonna lie, yeah. There are times, yeah, that I might want to do something that's not necessarily good for me, but then it's like I'm being led to do what's right for me, even when I want to do bad. I know it might sound a bit crazy, innit, what I'm saying, but like I actually like I'm not capping when I say that. So sometimes I do feel like sometimes my spirit is guiding me.
100%, man. 100%, people. You just almost gotta trust yourself, people. Like people will never give up because I did that before. People at one point I thought I was gonna die. I just stopped trying all my stuff, yeah. And I thought, nah, man, that was the wrong mentality. I learned from that. People that it's not over till it's over. Never give up.
100, man.
Never give up. If you start, so finish it, man. People, you know what? Despite the bad choices I made in my life, do I regret them? Would I do them again? Yeah, I would.
100.
Do you know why? You know why? Because this is what's meant for me.
Yeah, for real.
And you know what, yeah, people, I should be dedicated to my fitness and helping other people. That's what it should be dedicated to. Everyone needs a purpose in their life, yeah. Otherwise, you just start this tail chasing, just chasing girls all the time.
Trust, man. I ain't gonna lie, yeah. Any man can disagree with me if you want to, but if you're sleeping with girls every day or just always just being led by lust on a regular, always chasing girl, you're gonna somewhat feel shallow inside, feel empty. Like that's,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that if you're doing them sort of things, there's definitely a problem. And that's just, it's not just my, it's not, this is my opinion, but I believe that's a fact as well. Like that, like
It's not even an opinion, fam. It's a shared experience. A lot of man go through.
yeah, for real. Because obviously, you know, like in this red pill community, let's be real. Like once you, let's be real, the thing that draws us to the red pill is that, oh, it's about getting more women in it. But then as time goes on, you start to realize, you know what? Yeah, you don't need to necessarily be with a bunch of women. You don't need that. There's more. There's honestly, there's more to life. And I'm not saying this like, I'm not saying this car. Cause I know there are man that will be out here that say, oh, my man don't get girl, he's not getting it in like that. Let me tell you something though. I don't need to justify myself to anyone. But one thing I realized when the red pill came, like it was easier to deal with women. Like a lot of the BS you could cut out straight away. I'm not gonna cap. It just became a bit easier. The game became a bit easier. That's one thing I can actually say 100. I'm not gonna say I had instant success, but the game definitely became easier. That's why even a lot of the tricking and stuff like that had to stop. But more or less, like over time, you realize, especially on this journey of life, you realize that you have to, wherever you want to be in your life, sometimes you just have to take out that instant gratification. You have to take out all the obstacles in your way, and one of those is women.
For real, man. People, anything that's stopping the journey, people, haters, fake, supposedly fake friends. Fake friends, because friendship is a hard thing to find.
For real. Do you know what? Yeah, I was watching a Young Spray interview with Lippy, and he was saying that, you know what, choosing the people that you have around you is sort of like it's a very serious task. And you know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When I was much younger, I didn't really think like that. You know, sometimes you'll see a man that's like minded, like you say, okay, cool, we're brethren now, innit? But then over time, when you start to see people's ways and that, and then like see how certain men move, can't lie, that's quiet. That's like, you gotta be more.
For real. Yeah, you think someone's your buddy, you think your buddy with it, but it's a complete just hate them, man. They hate them from the sidelines,
Trust me, bro.
And some people get the superiority complex, hang around with you, yeah. They'd be like, oh, he ain't on nothing, but realistically, bro, you're more treacherous. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got a good heart. You know what I mean?
For real. And you know what the maddest thing is, yeah? Cause certain men have seen you from the start. They wouldn't. Sometimes some men don't really expect too much from you. So when they see that level up, they're like, damn, I can't let that nigga surpass me. Obviously, let me say something. Yeah. Like, I'm not in a race with anybody, fam. I'm in competition with myself. No one else in it. So like, if I see a man leveling up, I see a man's doing what's good for himself, innit? I can't look at that man and say, oh, my man's better than me. See, everyone's I believe everyone's in competition with themselves, innit? Obviously, you might not see it like that, but you owe it to yourself to just keep improving. Like, you can't just be hating from the sideline, or just feeling some type of way just cause a man's leveled up. These things happen. You don't can't
yourself, man. That's facts.
For real. And this is one thing. This is why, look, I don't really like chatting to a lot of man them. You can't expect man them to be on the same thing they was a few years back. People elevate and grow in this life. Man them need, like, sometimes you just have to respect the growth in it. Or like, if you know that, okay, you and a man ain't on the same accords, then sometimes you just have to part ways for the best.
Sometimes it is what it is. Sometimes it is what it is. Yeah.
For real, man.
People do what they do. The fact is, yeah. All I got realistically, yeah, no one wakes up in the morning. I know people live in a household, no one wakes up with you. You know what I mean? People, that's how it is.
100, man. 100. That's why, like,
You want some people. You want some people, and people. I'll tell you one thing, yeah. There's only one thing in life you can be undefeated at, that's being yourself.
100, man. 100.
Because no one else can tell you what being yourself is. Only you know the real truth.
And another thing, yeah. If you want to live a slow pace lifestyle or a fast paced lifestyle or whatever lifestyle you want to live, obviously, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. True, I don't approve of certain things, but if that makes you feel good, man, then do your thing, man. As long as you're not hurting anyone, do your thing, man. Do your thing, man.
Bro. Do your thing, man. Do your thing.
And sorry, bro.
I'm just saying, just keep trying. That's it. You know what I mean?
And another thing, obviously, back to just one of the main talking points in it. I'll just say, try to free yourself from the shackles of the society that we live in. Try open the third eye in it. Obviously, that's something I need to look at more into, innit? The third eye.
Man. You need it because seeing is not always believing, people.
For real, man. There's things that we can't see.
For real, like dogs and cats can see stuff you can't see. You know what I'm saying? And that's people think that's unbelievable.
Some people, you know what? Yeah, sometimes this is gonna sound crazy what I'm gonna say, but sometimes even like, we might just live in a world where obviously different dimensions are merged with each other, and then obviously we can only see from a human point of view, innit?
For real, man. And you know what crazy, right? Like, imagine if truthfully those mental illnesses are not mentally ill. So imagine those people with schizophrenia actually were. There were actually people speaking to them and being told it wasn't true.
You know what? Yeah, stuff like mental health and stuff like that, bro. I ain't gonna cap you. I just believe that's a spiritual thing at the end of the day, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. And that's a spiritual thing. Like people fail to believe that, but it's a spiritual thing at the end of the day. That's a spiritual thing.
It's a spiritual thing as well as the fact is, yeah, people. Certain substances give you access to different things you didn't know were capable.
Yeah, bro.
People do mushrooms, LSD, people smoke weed, they drink alcohol, and they call alcohol spirits because maybe truthfully you do get in contact with spirits.
And fam, do you know what it is, yeah? If you ever been drunk, yeah, you know that. Actually, I'm sure a lot of people haven't it, but like, because everything's fast paced, it's sort of like I wouldn't say an out of body experience, but it's sort of like everything flashes right before your eyes, like in the sense like obviously everything that happens within that time period, it's just like boom. Like, I'm talking like when you're like proper drunk, like it's just everything's sort of a blur in it. But for me, yeah, sometimes when I think some of the times that obviously man got tipsy, it's like for some reason I remember flashes in it, but it was like the experiences obviously for me, like I believe it was very deep experiences. Obviously, some people might not see it like that, innit? But that's what I believe at the end of the day, innit? Because from these things, yeah, when you get drunk or when you're under the influence of certain things, why do you feel different? Like why do you act a different way? Why are you behaving out of the norm? Like, do you know what I mean?
Go into it, man. Spirituality and this everything from a lot of stuff, yeah, that from I believe that we as humans are gonna hard to study to put into our mindset, to conceptualize. We're gonna struggle to really understand it, and that's how it is. Even the real idea of God is a crazy idea for humans because we try to humanize a God, but a God or a supreme being that.
Do you know what?
That sounds very human, doesn't it? Where a being has supreme power. What if God was not like that at all? It was just a You just don't know. You can't really conceptualize these people. We try and humanize them too much.
You know what? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. To add to that, now I just see God as the creator, and when I say the creator, talking about like the definitive beginning, like the just the start, the head, the whole source of this, like bro, like just it goes beyond, like it's something that I can't even fathom. I can't fathom God in it. I can't fathom God, but I know God's there. I know that's.
But you see, the thing is, yeah, bro. With all the major religions, we can agree on this, yeah, that they all basically live off the same principles, right?
Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, I can't lie. When I talk to like Muslims, Hindus, Christians, I was thinking, man, all these guys, they believe in the same premise. At the end of the day, do good and good things will happen to you. You know what I mean? Do bad and bad things happen, or you go. You know what I mean?
For real.
Obviously, maybe the way their ways about life and how life is a bit different, but in terms of the end, like the moral of the story is the same, innit?
For real, man. It's just crazy. It's just crazy that how you can divide yourself in something for the small things. Even when you go into religions, yeah, you got different religions. Then you got different sects of different religions. Then you got different regional, and people. It's insane. You have to look at what unites you instead of what divides you amongst people, because more things would unite you amongst with someone else than divide you.
For real, man. But you know what? Yeah, you know what you're saying, bro. Do you know what? Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, it's gonna be a bit off topic, but what you saying about division? Yeah. Do you know what's funny? I always thought religion will be a divider, but religion can bring people close together. But one thing I noticed that divides people is politics. When this whole Rona broke out, I kind of realized he was for me, and like when I say he was for me, I kind of noticed how people really would go about their life and how they will handle certain situations. So I know it's a bit random in it, but like you see, like you see that division thing that you said, fam. That's one thing I noticed, that religion ain't a divider. It brings people together. But politics, nah, yeah, politics. I believe that's a divider. I can't even lie.
No, divider of men, and you know what it is, yeah. No man knows everything, and any man that tells you don't do is a liar. And this Boris Johnson, this racist, racist freak, right? Yeah, people need to stop trusting him, because that's a wicked man. That's a wicked, demon of a man. Oh my God, you're hating. Yeah, can't all press me hating. Can't you hating?
You know what? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, Kai. Like. Obviously, that's your opinion and view, and obviously, I'm sure many others hold that view as well. So
that's nothing but the truth. That's nothing but the truth.
Do you know what? Yeah,
wicked man through and through.
Do you know though? One thing I may add to that is, obviously, regardless of skin color, race, ethnicity, a lot more people hold prejudiced views. In the society we live in, they may not obviously be open and direct with it.
They might not express them, but believe me, in the corner of their eye,
Trust,
in the corner of their mind, they got some real crazy opinions there, man.
Trust, man. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, obviously, some people might view black people as crybabies because there's always something to complain about. And obviously, I'm not.
But that's a fair opinion. Someone thinks that. They've got evidence. Think that, because at the end of the day, people, we're talking about freedom and inclusivity. You think that, right?
For real.
That's all you've ever experienced, yeah, bro. That's all you've ever seen from black people. Who's telling you you're wrong?
But you know what is, yeah? You see, with that, yeah, I've noticed, unless you're black, more times it's gonna really be hard to understand how a black person sees the world. Like, that's one thing I've noticed. Like, it's gonna, like, people don't see the world where other black people see it. And obviously, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I don't really like complaining about racism, man. oppression this and oppression that. But I'm not gonna lie, there's times where I can see where a lot of these guys are coming from. I'm not even gonna cap. Because there are people that are seriously prejudiced out there. Like some of the prejudice, like,
there.
but obviously,
Definitely there, and it's so hidden and subversive these days, yeah. No, it's so hidden and subversive, people, that you wouldn't notice. People, believe it or not, people. I'm gonna say this: you don't hear it, people. Yeah, getting certain jobs, certain jobs in restaurants, certain jobs in customer service. If you look a certain way, yeah, they won't give you a role, but they'll give you that role to that scruffy white boy, or a white girl that's a blatant evil whore. But because of the color of your skin and the way you look, you ain't gonna get a look at it. Even though you might be more intelligent, more capable, anything. They're trying not to give you your fair shake.
Do you know what the funny thing is? Do you know what the funny thing is? Yeah, is it goes back to familiarity, innit? Like if you see someone that like you thought, he looks safe in it. I can hire him, and obviously, when I mean safe in it, like obviously blessed in it, they look cool. I can reason with them in it, and obviously, let's be real, man. Like maybe a white English man might see another white English boy and thought, I can work with him. He looks like a decent lad. Obviously, sometimes when you see a black person rock up in it, sometimes with the stereotypes out there, sometimes you just don't know what you're getting, and you're gonna think, oh, who's this hoodlum? Sometimes, so that's what just the effed up thing is. That's what some people think. They like when they see like a black person, they go straight to the stereotypes. I can't say the same for other races, but like with black people, sometimes unless you prove to them otherwise, sometimes they will hold stereotypical views against you. Like I've noticed, before the Rona thing came, like with other races, man would shake them man's hands, but with the black people giving them spuds and obviously fist bumps. What? This ain't America, mate. Obviously, we do that in the UK, normal, innit? But you get what I'm saying, innit?
Yeah, man, 100%. It's just everyone to each their own, man. And the fact is, if people don't, if the current institutions don't want to give you a look in, and you're gonna make your own way, you're gonna make your own way in.
Do you know what?
It's not gonna be no opportunities. It's gonna be, it's gonna be. I'm gonna have my fair shake at life.
Do you know what?
Yeah. Stop me being able to do this,
Do you know what? That's 100, bro. Cause there's this guy out there, JY's in it. JY's TV, biggest thing up still. Obviously, he don't know me from anywhere. I ain't spoke to him, but even he was saying that obviously a lot of black people tend to complain about how they're oppressed, how there's no opportunities, and I can't lie, obviously seeing that he's a black man and he's done well for himself, I start to realize, man, instead of always complaining that you're always being under oppression, sometimes you just gotta make a way for yourself, innit? Just lay the foundation for your people, innit?
It's harder.
Yeah, definitely.
Longer. That's yours.
Like even one of my brethren's, innit? I was trying to tell him, obviously, do the Asian, like link up with the Asian man, because he's Asian, obviously. But obviously now, his opinions changed, innit? This was like over a year ago, innit? But obviously, you want to be with the big corporate, the big boys, innit? But fam, I can't lie, it's better to work with your own people at times, innit? Like they're gonna be more accepting to you, innit? They're definitely gonna treat you a bit more fairly as well. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that obviously English people aren't gonna treat you fairly, or you're gonna get a different. But I mean, like, because you're of a similar culture and background, they might show you a bit more love in it, like just a tiny bit, just because you can maybe chop up on certain things. You have a familiar understanding, with each other. Maybe the mindset might be a bit similar as well.
100%. 100% from it. And from that is what it is from straight out from there. The biggest problem we have to deal with in our lives right now, people, is oppression. Is the oppression from the COVID mentality. That's a real oppression there.
Do you know what? Yeah, fam. Like, I made up in my mind, yeah, you know what, man, whatever this government does, fam. Obviously, yeah, you heard me complaining. I still stand by my views. But let them, man, do their thing. We do our thing, fam, at the end of the day, man. But I can't lie, yeah. You can't let COVID stop you from being the best version of yourself. You know what, yeah. As much as I talk about COVID was a blessing in disguise, though. Like, obviously, it might have been sad for obviously those that were affected by it. We all were affected in different ways in it, but COVID sort of like kind of opened my eyes a bit more. My eyes opened a bit more. I was living in ignorance before. I'm not saying I ain't ignorant now, because there's times where I am and I'm not gonna cap.
Real, real, man. You have our moments. You'll have our moments, but that's just how it goes.
For real, man.
I can't be conscious to everything. You know what I mean? Like,
For
that's just
real.
what it is. And folks getting upset,
For real.
folks not starting business and all sorts, man. And just people trying to be shysty and trying to snake you and rob you and all sorts, man. And
For real.
there's so much to enjoy about in life, innit? But
Trust.
don't look on the bad side. Oh, this girl might reply to me. Fuck that, man. Fuck her.
Trust, man. Do you know what? Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, fam. You can't just like a lot of the time. You can't. I realize you can't be worried if someone ain't businessing with you, man. You just gotta do what's right for you. Just there's more to life than social media. There's more to life there's more to life than this lockdown. Shall I add? You just gotta keep continuing, man. Like, whether it's finding new passions, new hobbies. Like, I ain't gonna cap yet. Obviously, I would rather not be in this lockdown. But during this lockdown, a lot of skills were brought out of me. I'm not gonna cap. It made me go back to it made me go back to some of the old things when I say the old things, it made me picked up on things where I left off in it, where maybe I should have continued with. Like, even
100%, man. That's straight facts.
like, I ain't gonna lie, yeah. If this COVID thing didn't come, or this red pill alpha, or this red pill nature, the female nature, whatever you want to call it, but I don't think I'll be stood here right now, innit, and doing this podcast.
For real people, and a lot of us, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like, a long time in my life, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, people, and I'm not gonna lie, I still don't know. But I've got a better sense of direction than I did before.
For real, man.
And you know, people, before people, I feel like if I could have just done nothing, I would have. But now I know what I want to do, I know what I want to be, I've got the drive to do it. Because when I was younger, I just didn't know, man. And just society, at the schools, they didn't really teach you anything. And not the schools faults, yeah, because other people know what they want to do. But I was just my own person. That's what I always thought.
For real. Do you know what, yeah? To add to that, yeah, there's only so much that your parents can do for you. There's only so much that the government are willing to do for you. And that the rest, you gotta you just gotta find that information for yourself. Like, it's okay if you don't know what you want to do in this life. As long as you know as long as you come to that realization and say, oh, I don't know what I want to do with my life. Because people, do you know how many people ask me, what do I want to do with my life? I'm not even gonna cap for you. There's a lot of things that I want to do out there. But if you're talking about what do I want to do, the ultimate goal, fam, I can't lie. That's a hard question to answer. Because, boy, in my opinion, life is a journey, man. Life is a journey. I ain't even gonna cap, man. There's so many things I want to do. Believe it or not, yeah, I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, you see all these mediocre jobs that I've done in the past. I like necessarily doing them because they give me a bit of an insight into life a bit more.
It's why you don't want to do it when you're older.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie. I've been a postman. I've worked in a recycling factory, and obviously I've done Deliveroo, and I'm not gonna lie, those kind of jobs, apart from recycling factory, outside of work, you can live a laid back lifestyle, or they allow you to work on your own businesses. You can work on your own businesses.
What was the reason for the recycling? You couldn't do it right at the recycling factory.
Bro, do you know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was doing kitchen port at the time, innit? And obviously, I just wanted something.
You doing a few jobs?
No. Well, it's agency working, so you have different agencies, innit? But basically, I didn't want to do kitchen porter like that, innit? Because I was doing that like this was when I was fresh out of my first year of uni, so I wanted something different, so I went to obviously like the industrial sector, innit? And they offered it to me, the recycling job. I didn't know what it was, but I took it in it, and then when I went there, obviously I was thinking, "Found this job was foul." But you know what, man? That was one experience where I said this. You know what? Yeah, man. I don't want to be. I don't want to be in this position in my life. So that's one. Like,
too much money.
Yeah, but I think I needed that to show me like some of the worst jobs or some of the worst places that you could be in life. But you know what? Yeah, there were people there in it, and obviously I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, people were just trying to eat in it. You know what I mean? Just people just out here trying to make their money, man. Just people just trying to feed their family or just take care of themselves. So I could understand why they do it, but just every time I think back to that situation, makes me want to go a bit extra hard, you know. It makes you want to go a bit extra hard, man.
That's the same experience I had, fam. You're doing some of these jobs, yeah, you've been put in a situation, you might have done something stupid, so you got to pay some money.
Yeah.
And just like, how do I get out of this situation now? You know what I'm saying?
Trust
you do these strong jobs, you're like, you know what, yeah, I've got to get right. You know what I mean? That's where I got the can't get right stuff from, because I thought to myself, I can't get right in society as society, I can get right in my own eyes. 100%. Because there's no more heroes out here, people. There's no more heroes, let's be honest, people. There's no more heroes out here, people. No one's going to save you.
For real, fam. Every man for themselves. Don't get me wrong, yeah, there's 1-2 men that are maybe like giving outlets to the youth and that, but for the most part, like my nigga said, there's no one's gonna save you, man.
No one's gonna save you. By the way, stop trying to save chicks, man.
Yeah, man. So you niggas trying to save these hoes. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her.
Stupid, man. Why are you trying to save females? Focus on yourself, man. Worry about yourself. There's guys that put their life on the line for a chick, yeah. Once you help the chick out, yeah, you ain't getting nothing.
And another thing is, yeah, and you man, yeah, that be sticking your nose in businesses that don't concern you, like just trying to play the hero, man. Fam, you man look moist.
Yeah, you look moist. You're doing too much. Like, why are you gonna try and play Superman for that girl?
And bro, just because she's a hot thing, just remember on a normal day, she will not look past you twice. Not even once. She wouldn't even give you one glance.
I have to stop doing the most for females, man. I'm sorry, fam. That era has changed now, fam. I'm sorry, yeah, but I think women need to be treated. Women are equality like man. They need to be treated like men are, yeah. Where do you know what? Yeah, it doesn't matter how you look, no matter what you do, yeah, it's what you bring to the table. Because women look at men like basically like a wallet. What do you bring? Can you help me with this? Can you this? Come on, man, people, like. Fair's people, like.
And you know what? Yeah, let me add to that. Yeah, you see these girls that are looking out for a wallet. These girls probably come from a similar background to you or less. But let me be real, man. A rich girl ain't gonna fuck with a broke nigga more time, unless obviously he's a Chad or a Tyrone, or he's got the looks or he's got that alpha essence to him. But more or less,
when you say Chad or Tyrone, what do you mean by Chad or Tyrone?
It's a stereotypical, so someone that's a top dog in it, someone that looks like a top dog in it, a top boy, a top guy, whatever you want.
What are the top boys? Just specify.
Oh, hench or not even hench, innit? They got very chiseled cheekbones. They got the looks, or they got the swagger or the personality, innit? Or they're just them guys. Like, let me just say, like like a Bruce Wayne in it, or or Tyrese.
Yeah, man.
But you know what? Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah.
So people that go on.
But to be fair, yeah, no, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I realize that. Obviously, you know, we can stereotype. If we're talking about, you know, Chad being a Chad and a Tyrone, basically, it's more or less of a mindset than a look. Cause I'm not gonna lie, there are men that are like Sims in it, but they you wouldn't think that. You wouldn't
They're
think.
looking guys, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So
And
sorry, bro.
I'm cool, man. People, the fact is that you're born how you're born. You should be proud of how you look, people. And this is the point. This is one of the points I've got potential. The Chalo Tyrone business is nonsense because you look how you look. You're born. You look how you look. Yeah. Don't let no one tell you you're ugly. Yeah. Don't let no one mistreat you because you don't look good or feel like you have to do more because you wasn't born with your facial structure matching this person's facial structure.
For real,
it's complete nonsense, people. And it's not fair because you deserve a fair shake at life. Yeah. If you give everyone decency and a fair chance, they should give you it. If they don't give it, they don't deserve a time of day. Any woman that's not trying, any girl that's not trying to hear you out, yeah, because your cheekbones don't pop out, is a ridiculous woman.
For real, fam. Do you know what? Yeah. I'm gonna go a bit off topic, but do you know, even like, obviously, look, you know, the standard of beauty about 15 years ago was different. You know, all this being tick weren't the wave, innit? Obviously, maybe in the black community and the Hispanic community and African community, that's the, you know, being tick is normal, innit? But now, yeah, it's a worldwide movement. Obviously, you know, what's it called? Is it body positivity is more accepted now? It's more accepted now, but bro, you know, society just obviously moves with the time, but bro, before you know it, yeah, like it might be back to being skinny again, innit? Or it might be back to being super big, innit? And bro, it's crazy, man. That, like, a lot of the time, you just can't, like my brother was saying, you can't really care about what society says about you, car. You just got to be, as much as let me say something, yeah. Embrace who you are as a person. Love yourself for who you are. But obviously, I'm not saying I'm encouraging bad habits or bad lifestyle choices or dietary choices. You know, we know what's unhealthy and what's healthy. But at the end of the day, sometimes, like, the way your body is structured, just embrace that, man. Just embrace that, man. Can't change that.
100%.
Man, you see these girls, man.
No,
even some.
I am people.
See what? You know, I was listening to that tune, you know.
The King of Consort.
Yeah, fam, bro. Do you know what? Yeah, I can't lie. You know when he says, "See, I am what I am. What I'm not. See, I'll never be." He says it with so much conviction. Like, nah,
yeah, fam.
Nah, that's hard still, cause you could hear the truth in his voice. Like, nah, for real, man. For real, like.
It's true. Like, what you are like. Why spend your life sad, man? You know, people like someone's always got it worse, right? You could spend your life. If you feel bad, you know how it feels. You could really make a difference in someone else's life. If you felt bad in your life, yeah, you really make a difference. Be like, yeah, I know how this feels, you know, right? I'm not gonna treat no one like this. But some of you still go out the way to cause trouble to people. You know what I mean?
You know what? Yeah, man. There's people out there that just get a fix from bringing others down, innit? And obviously, they're sad individuals, innit?
The sad individuals, people. That's what it is. Everyone's gonna do what they gotta do, and that's that. And that's that. People, you know, like, you know what, people. I just don't care, man. I just don't care about all this. Well, I'm not sure what happened with the COVID stuff. Yeah, there's a part of me that doesn't care. I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Yeah, nothing's gonna stop me. I'm gonna live the best life I can.
For real. Do you know what? Yeah, I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna lie. Yeah, to add to that, bro. For the most part, I don't really care about the COVID, but it's just like, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, when you see someone else's opinion and it's basically going against people like like me in it, like people like us in it that aren't really with the whole thing. It's just sort of like, yo, wagwan for my man, like, you know what I mean, in it, or like wagwan for these people.
Almost outcast of society, if you want to put it like that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man. Yeah, man. But for the most part, I don't really care because even now, yet some of these people that complain about COVID, this people that are taking the vaccine, I'm not gonna snitch and thing, but these men are hypocrites. Like I'm not even, I don't care what anyone says.
They
These are
get
the same
injected
people, yeah.
themselves.
Some of these people actually effed, yeah, car. These are the same people that aren't following COVID procedures. These are the same people that are living their life as normal, and still willing to take a vaccine just so that they can what? So just so that they won't be able to miss out. Like, yo, what the F, man?
Saying go to Magaluf. Saying go to
That
Magaluf and have sex with the same 5 girls, the same 5 dirty girls that slept with 30 people, 30 man.
brother,
I'm saying,
nuts, fam.
you know what I'm saying? It's just goofy as hell.
And do you know what the maddest thing is, yeah? Do you know what the maddest thing is, yeah? You see people like that, yeah? They wouldn't question the government, yeah, but they will question man like us. How comes you, man like you people like that, yeah, have been obviously interacting with people, doing what they're doing in it as normal, and still taking a vaccine? Do you feel right putting something inside you, knowing that you have been obviously living your life the opposite way?
Exactly. No, if in the government you trust, you need to trust the full weight. Because let's be honest, people, yeah, I told you people already, no more heroes. No, I'm not gonna come and save you. And when that stuff starts killing you, there's people I already know. There's been bodies been dropping from this vaccine already. It is not that it's something. Listen, people, I'm gonna say this right now. We don't know the real reason they're doing this stuff. We just know that it's a dark path, and then that is what it will be. Is what it will be. You know what I mean? If that's the way it's gonna go, that's the way it's gonna go.
Yeah,
That's life.
can't do anything about that. Just got
No one can save you, people. From this. No one can save you from your nightmare. You know what I mean?
just got to protect
People,
yourself.
here's another thing I got to say, people. How could you believe a government when they're almost they're blackballing any medic that goes against the COVID hype train? When it was known that anyone who died within 28 days of testing positive for COVID was reported as a COVID death. Doesn't that sound a bit strange to you, people? The COVID numbers were overinflated, as we all know.
Do you know what, yeah, bro? I think obviously, do you know what, yeah? People are aware of that information. I know people are aware of that information, but they just don't want to address it. You know, there's to say, ignorance is bliss, in it, bro. They're all happy, you know. They're all happy in their ignorance, and like I said, I'm not one to hate on another person's happiness, and I'm not one to hate I'm not one to. I try not to hate on people, innit? But fam, like, it's just that what kind of gets me annoyed is that some people just don't want to see the bigger picture.
For real. That's just straight facts, man. It's a straight fact because obviously in the medical community you're gonna have doctors and stuff that don't agree, and all this stuff is just ain't fair. All this stuff just ain't fair. There's only one side of the story being told, and they say history is written by the victors. Not saying are they already claiming victory already?
And do you know what the maddest thing here is as well? What makes this whole thing so believable? The information that's for it is so much. The information that's against it, oh, bro, I'm saying it's a mission to find it. It's a mission to find it. It's a mission. Like, obviously the information's out there, but it's because it's being so suppressed so hard. It's very hard to find. It's like it's something that you would have to spend quite some time researching and coming to your own conclusion. But then again, you can use some common sense in it. Because fam, let's be real, man. You're only allowed to meet one person for a daily exercise. I think that's the rules at the moment. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me. But people, I don't want to snitch or anything. This is not snitching because this is common sense. But we still see people gathering around the streets normal. And they said, if you're shopping, only shop with one person from your house. When people are shopping, some people are shopping with multiple people. Maybe that might be a rule for different shops. I'm not too sure. But still, I know these people ain't following the rules. If you ain't following the rules and what the rates have gone down, come on, man. Does that make sense? Come on, man. Let's be real.
Fam, we got to realize, fam, that the government can never be trusted. They've always been treacherous, fam. You know what I'm saying? Always been treacherous.
Man, for real.
Always been treacherous. Like we know the truth on that. They lied about Iraq. They lied about Afghanistan. They just want to warmonger the British government, the Tony Blair. Tony Blair is a war criminal, fam. And this is where Boris Johnson feels uncomfortable. Tony Blair and George Bush, two war criminals. George Bush, quote unquote, said he knew there was no evidence of weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. George Bush said, quote unquote, I want to go kill those sand monkeys. These are perverse people. The blind should lead the blind. And these people have blindsided you and tricked all of you. And do you know what, people, yeah? I'm gonna admit, yeah, truthfully, I've not been as vigilant, been protesting as much as I should. I should be on the street protesting and raising my arm. But people, do you know what, yeah, sometimes, yeah, people, you look at it and think, sometimes you look at it and think to yourself, you know what, yeah, these people don't deserve the truth. They can't handle the truth.
Yeah. Do you know what, yeah, Kai, I'm gonna say something that's extreme. I know you said how you should be out there protesting. But you know, some man would just protest for the culture. Like, you see some of the men that.
You know what? I'm protesting regardless, though. You know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's true.
Regardless of their reason, yeah, the strength in numbers, yeah. I don't care if they're protesting for the culture. I don't care if they truly believe what I truly don't believe what I believe in. As long as they're gonna help push the narrative, it don't matter.
Yeah, no, it's true, innit? It's true. But it's just my thing is like, if you're gonna protest, at least stand on business, stand on principle. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
don't be there for the sake of to show that you're protesting. Cause you know, I'm not gonna lie, I know people feel empowered by going to a protest, and like I said, I'm not one to hate on that. Still,
and then again, bro, sometimes that's your first outlet of finding out people, of finding out different beliefs and stuff. So I wouldn't always say it's a bad thing.
yeah,
If that's the way that someone finds out stuff, then hey, man, that's good for them.
Yeah, you're right, bro. Still, I can't even cap still.
No, I know what you mean about people going there, you know, basically clout chasing. That's what, you know, clout chasing.
You know, like obviously,
just trying to politic.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Yeah, bro. If people aren't being sincere, they ain't being sincere. That's on them, yeah, because it's gonna catch you one day. It might not catch you now, it might not catch you one day. But being insincere is gonna capture many people. Being insincere in relationships, being insincere in how you deal with other people, it will capture you one day.
Trust me.
You know, always be sincere, people. You know, never try and set people up and you know, backdoor them and betray them and stuff like that.
You know,
people betrayal come to bite you.
Trust.
Hey, and people remember this shit. Whatever you can do, someone else can do. People remember that. So people, you know, you might feel invincible. I don't know, like you stab 10 people. People believe me. When you feel that blade yourself, you know. So remember that, people. Whatever you can do, I can do as well.
100, fam.
No, this is truthfully about positivity, people. And we want you all to feel good. We all just feel good. We want you to all feel inspired that you can take on the world.
100.
You're too young. Everyone's too young to give up. And people, I'm saying, 65 is not old, man. 75 is not old, man. 85 is not old, man. It's all nothing but a number, man. Never give up on your life, yeah, because if you give up on yourself, then I'll definitely give up on you as well, man.
For real, man. Do you know what? Yeah, man. Like, you know, I was saying the other day, and you know, just with obviously being the background that man come from, in it, and obviously Presky being who he is, in it. You know, like, there's man that obviously that when I say rely on us, I mean in the sense that like they see us doing our thing, and
more support.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, moral support. People need to know that there's people that are not afraid to stand on their own 2 feet and just be who they are.
for real, man. For real. Like, you see another
People reject always a bad thing.
for real.
You know what I mean, fam? Because people don't want to be effective, fam. But let's be honest, fam. Yeah, let's be honest. Rejection is a part of life for a lot of these people, and this is where a lot of people get their power from rejecting other people. Some people will just try and entertain you just to reject you, and a lot of people get kicked out of rejection, but they can't take it themselves. For me, I sometimes see being rejected as a freedom sort of source. Like, oh, oh no, I'm not. This is not the right place for me. I shouldn't be here. Like, there's certain girls that people back in the day when I was, when I wasn't clued up, yeah, I would entertain them, use me for attention, and eventually they wouldn't want to hear from me. Yeah, but it was for the best people. I really was liberated from some real fucked up people that wanted to deal with nasty people. You know what I mean? And people don't always feel bad about it because sometimes it's a blessing in disguise. You know, people.
100, man.
But going back to the point, there's people that rely on us to be like this, you know what I mean, to never change, and we take this seriously, you know what I mean. This is just the beginning, you know, people. We've already started out this, we're pushing them, and we know that steady work is better. Steady work is better than amazing work. And what I mean by that is that one amazing video or 100 very good videos, 100 very good videos are better. Believe me, you remember these times, you know what I mean? Like, Bionic Steve said he does lives. Bionic Steve said that he would go on YouTube live for like a year and get 1 or 2 viewers, and now it's 700 in 3 years. Just gotta be patient, you know. Play the waiting game. Play your cards right. Play your cards right. You know. No, just do you. People, the reason I don't like to network and I don't like to click up and stuff is because people, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, people are unreliable and they're shasty and stuff, and you don't really want to, you don't really want to deal with it. I'm not against people, but sometimes it's too much. The whole superiority complexes and all sorts of nonsense, and you know.
Do you know what? Yeah, like, see the thing is with the networking thing. Pardon, bro?
You said see the thing with the networking.
Yeah, you see the thing is with the networking. Obviously, a lot of it, like, nowadays, is like forced link ups. So a lot of the time it will just be like if it's like organic in it. Like, if you might meet someone and you guys you guys automatically click and get along. When I mean click, like, I don't mean you have to be all buddy, but you more or less you have the same vision. More or less you can relate to each other. More or less you have that understanding. And you be like, you know what, yeah, I can work with my man there. Like, none of this.
For real, people, if you want a piece of advice, I've got a few people about, all you people out there that are depressed or you give up on life, you want a piece of advice I can give you? Set a goal for tomorrow, set a goal for the next day, set a goal for every day. You've got a reason to live and carry on. And you'll be shocked because every human being is a child is a moment of greatness, people believe it or not. I mean, from people from that sperm inside you, you create another version of yourself, people. Everyone's capable of greatness, people. So don't ever undersell yourself. And remember, yeah, live for tomorrow. Don't live for next year. Live for tomorrow. Next day, the next day. Look after your people. You know, your people is everyone, because it takes a village. It's a village to raise a child. That's where we go wrong. We go wrong in the segregation of cultures and stuff and race and stuff, because we think that living in a multicultural society is so new, but it wasn't. The Romans did it, the Sicilians did it, loads and loads of different cultures, from many years of Sumerians, got many different cultures. This is not a new thing. This is not a new thing. But the new thing is now a huge impact of religion. There was religions back then. Believe it or not, people, they were also similar. Oh wait, but they are now, aren't they? People in 5,000 years, all the people thought about now to get the life to over to will seem ridiculous.
For real, man.
Like, don't we look at all the people that got killed for saying the sun's center of the universe now. The sun's center of the universe, right? It is. Not universe, center of the solar system. Sun's center of the system, sorry, hold on. Sun's center of the solar system, yeah. People got killed for it. But we look back at it now and say that's ridiculous.
Do you know what? Yeah.
So all your worries went for this.
Do you know what? Yeah. Is speaking about what you're saying. It's mad how like what man died for. Now it doesn't seem. Obviously, it's still a big thing. In actuality, it's a big thing in it. Obviously, just fast forward into years later, it doesn't. You're thinking, raw, like it doesn't. You wouldn't seem that big in it because it's